The laptop screen is shattered, but the woman keeps typing anyway. Blood drips from her sleeves while every locked nail in the apartment door rattles from the other side. Her internet connection dies for 3 full seconds. When it returns, a message appears on the screen: "You answered me first." The ceiling light bursts overhead. The woman whispers apologies into the darkness while fresh scratches appear beneath her chair without anyone touching the floor. Across town, music pounds through a crowded rooftop party while 2 women scroll through old photos instead of dancing. One of them notices a missing friend suddenly appear online. The missing woman sends only one thing before going offline again. A profile link belonging to someone neither of them has spoken about in years. The account belongs to a withdrawn former classmate everyone used to avoid. Her profile picture never changes, even though the timestamp says it updated minutes ago. Across town, music pounds through a crowded rooftop party while 2 women scroll through old photos instead of dancing. One of them notices a missing friend suddenly appear online. The missing woman sends only one thing before going offline again. A profile link belonging to someone neither of them has spoken about in years. The account belongs to a withdrawn former classmate everyone used to avoid. Her profile picture never changes, even though the timestamp says it updated minutes ago. Drunk and careless, the women begin mocking the account publicly. Another friend joins in after hesitating just long enough to regret it later. One reply appears instantly beneath their insults. It contains no words, only a blinking symbol that keeps reloading itself. The next morning, guilt settles in hard. The woman with bleached bangs tries deleting her comment, but every erased sentence returns seconds later. Her parents leave town for the weekend before sunrise. The front door closes, and every light in the house immediately flickers at once. A new tagged photo appears online from the party. 3 names are attached to the image even though only 2 people are visible. At school, she confronts her friend about the strange tag. The friend dismisses it as exhaustion, but her voice shakes before she finishes speaking. 2 men approach during the conversation. One flirts casually while the other notices both women staring too long at their phones. The missing woman finally sends another message. It contains hundreds of apologies copied into one endless paragraph before the account vanishes again. Hours later, police lights surround an apartment complex downtown. The missing woman has been found dead inside her barricaded room. Rumors spread that she spent days terrified of something inside the apartment. Neighbors heard screaming every night after midnight. The woman with bleached bangs sends an apology to the old classmate's account. A reply appears before she can even lower the phone. The response contains her home address typed backward. Every security camera in the house cuts to static immediately afterward. Terrified, she calls the quiet man from school and begs him to check the house. He finds no intruder, but several locked windows are already open. When she asks about the old classmate, the man hesitates too long before answering. He remembers everyone pretending she never existed after she disappeared. He explains that the withdrawn woman left school abruptly during their 2nd year. 3 weeks later, news spread that she had died alone inside a motel outside the city. Nobody investigated for long. Teachers erased her records, students stopped saying her name, and every online memorial page vanished within days. That night, the curly-haired woman receives a video call from her boyfriend. Mid-conversation, someone briefly appears standing behind her reflectionless window. The figure disappears before she can react. Seconds later, every notification sound on her phone begins playing at once without stopping. At school the following morning, she struggles to stay focused in class. The scratching of pencils around her slowly begins sounding like whispers. Suddenly, every student in the room turns toward her at the exact same moment. Their mouths move silently while their pencils press harder against the desks. She screams and falls backward, convinced people are attacking her. When awareness returns, she realizes the room never moved at all. Students nearby laugh while recording her breakdown. Someone uploads the footage online before the teacher even helps her stand. Meanwhile, the woman with bleached bangs stays late inside the computer lab searching the old profile again. The comments section has grown impossibly large overnight. Over 200,000 replies now sit beneath the original insult. Every reply comes from the dead woman's account repeating the same sentence endlessly. The sentence changes while she watches it. "You all watched" appears letter by letter until the computers around her shut down together. Her phone vibrates with a message from the broad-shouldered man. He says the curly-haired woman stopped answering calls an hour ago. Rain pounds the streets as she rushes across town. Every traffic signal turns red before she reaches the apartment building. Inside the apartment, furniture has been dragged against every door. The television blares static loudly enough to shake the walls. The curly-haired woman rambles about seeing someone standing behind mirrors. Her fingernails are torn and bleeding from covering the glass surfaces. A violent crash echoes through the apartment seconds later. The room falls silent except for dripping water behind the locked door. When the door finally opens, the apartment smells strongly of bleach and metal. The woman inside is motionless beside a shattered sink.